Reacher is a former military police officer. He was a detective. He would chase down AWOLs, so you can imagine if soldiers go missing, it takes somebody with a certain set of skills and experience to track somebody like that down. He's now retired, and he's a wanderer. He wants to see the world on his own terms. So you've got this guy with monstrous capabilities finding himself in places like rural Georgia chasing down old blues singers. Trouble seems to find him, and he has an insatiable need for justice, so he can't help but get wrapped up in these mysteries. So it sets the stage for a lot of fun. Fans of the books will enjoy it. I think it's a very authentic take. Those who haven't read the books, I think, will enjoy it just as much. I think it's amazing TV. Both my parents were in the military. When you grow up on a military base, there's a kind of camaraderie and closeness of community. You learn to adapt to environments very quickly. I was always the new kid in school, and you become kind of a chameleon, and you pick up on the environment and the traits of the people living in that region pretty quickly. But there's also like a formality to the body language that people have in the military. There's a discipline that weaves its way into the fabric of your innermost being, and so my dad carried himself with such a formality. I remember when he taught me how to handshake. I was a little boy, and he wanted to shake my hand, and he yelled at me for having a weak hand. He said, "Get over here and shake my hand like a man, boy." And I stuck my hand in there and squeezed, and I never forgot that. There's a firmness and a formality that the military instills in people that I'm grateful to have experienced, and I very much wanted to honor that. Anytime I was on screen, but especially, anytime I was lucky enough to don the uniform of, the Army. When I see TV shows these days, I get a little turned off when a character or a TV show takes itself too seriously. This is not a show that takes itself too seriously, but it's one that never loses sight of some of the most important features. It's mysterious and thrilling, and it's got great drama. The relationships with the characters are very intriguing, incredibly well acted. Reacher has a propensity to violence, and so there are fights that are unforgettable and a lot of fun to watch. Reacher's funny. He's funny. He's a wise ass, and it makes for a really entertaining show. This is something that we can enjoy taking the ride. It's not so morose that we get bogged down or feel like we need a detox after we've seen the series. It's fun. It's fun to watch. So I'm hoping people enjoy it as much as I do when I see it. There's a few that stick out on my mind, but I think one of mine, I don't think it's one we touch on in this season, but there's a rule that says when you go through a hole, go through feet first, in case somebody's got an axe or a bullet. You don't lose. You only lose a limb. He's thinking ahead, but there's like such savagery attached to that rule that it captures who he is. As he effortlessly says something like that. Getting to be a part of a franchise that's like larger than life. When you look at the book sales are staggering. I mean, it's hard to imagine a book sold somewhere in the world every 9 seconds, 200 million copies sold. This is a series that's going to be released in over 200 countries around the world all at the same time. I mean, the whole world, enjoys Reacher and is hopefully going to be able to enjoy the show. And, it's not lost on me just how far-reaching he is. Pun intended, I guess. No, not intended. It's surreal to play a character that's larger than life and be a part of something that's just transcends, our stories. It's surreal. Hey, Skydance fans, follow Skydance and watch Reacher, only on Amazon Prime Video.